10 kids. Oh, kids serving life in prison. Let's see this.
Hey guys, what's up? It's
Innocent
Charlie here, and
kids.
today we're going to be looking at 10 innocent kids who went to...
No, I don't want to see innocent kids. Kids are normally innocent. I want to see the guilty ones. I want to see the ones that are the bad boys of their prime, the bullies. Those are the ones I want to see.
prison. Coming in at number 10, we have Alex King. This kid looks very innocent. He's well dressed
Leo.
and seems very normal, so you might assume he's never done anything wrong. But Alex King, who was 12 at the time, was sent to jail. He had formed a relationship with his neighbor Ricky Chavez. They'd made love notes and did illegal substances together. But one day Ricky
Illegal substances? What's a kid doing illegal substances?
told Alex to hit his dad with a metal baseball bat as his dad was asleep. Alex
I don't know why people go that far. I just don't get it. Why do people go that far to... his dad is sleeping, let's hit him in his head. Like, what the...
did this
Are you
and
trying to
took his
get
dad's
caught?
life. The court
Whoa,
case led to some debate, as some say Alex was to blame, but others say the young boy was clearly manipulated by Ricky Chavez. This meant he was put
Was he really?
away for 12 years behind bars and was released in 2013. He now wants to live a normal life and is apparently working in a restaurant and living in California. Do you think Alex is to blame or his neighbor Ricky?
Damn, what a scary
Next
sight.
up is Mary Bell. This is one innocent looking girl who ended up behind bars. That's already frightening, but wait until I tell you where she is now. Mary Bell took two boys' lives, named Martin Brown and Brian Howe.
That's a scary picture. That's a scary picture.
They were 4 and 3 years old and were actually two separate incidents. Mary was just 10 years old the
Seriously, why you keep putting pictures like this, man?
first time and 11 years old the second time she took a life. The judge called her a serious danger and she was placed in a child prison named Red Bank. Later she was moved to an adult prison where she stayed for 12 years. But when she was freed, she was given a new identity to protect her. That's right, she's freely walking the streets today. Reports now say she's a mother, which is very scary for her kid.
But yeah, the reports now say she's a mom. It's like it's saying it like it's a bad thing. She's a mom. That's bad. Which is very scary for a kid.
And every year, apparent
It's a
sightings
bad
of
thing to
Mary
be a
are still all over the press.
That's all Mary. Damn,
Next
it's
up
like
we
a
have
different
Heather
person.
Opel. A few years back, Barbara Opel got into an argument with her boss. She got mad and wanted him gone, so she did
I don't know how people go that far, man. I've never understood how. I mean, you never understand the mind of a psychopath. Like, okay, you argue with someone, it happens, then you want to kill you. Like, come on, bruh, you argue with people all the time. Then you want to kill someone? Oh my god.
what any reasonable person would do and plotted to end her boss's life. She told her daughter Heather Opel that she had to take her boss's life, and even said she
I
would
have to
pay
take
her
his
if she
life.
did it.
I have to take his life. It just has to be out. It just has to happen. It's annoying me. It's pissing me off. Like, his life has to be taken. Damn, like the decisions, man. For you to go and say, you know what, taking this person's life is actually, I want to take his life. It's like, come on, like you argued an argument. Okay, that happens.
So Heather pretended to ask for a job at his store, but then used a knife to cut her mum's boss, taking his life. And what makes this even worse is that the guy was very ill. After the hit was carried out, Barbara paid Heather $200. But it didn't take long for her to get captured and sentenced to prison time despite her mother telling her to commit the crime. But don't worry, Barbara was also punished with 20 years behind bars, which is surprisingly less than her daughter. Heather was only 12 years old, but she was sentenced to life behind bars. Some say this is too harsh, but others say she deserves it for what she did. What do you think?
I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to do. I really do. I really do think it's the right thing to do.
Next up is Max McDougald. We've seen kids in prison who have done some really bad things on this list. But not every kid behind bars has done something wrong. Max McDougald has committed no crimes as he's only 4 years old. His mother Jacqueline, on the other hand, has. She stole silverware to support her substance habit, and she was sentenced to prison time. She was pregnant when she...
Wait, silver substance? Oh, like meth?
She went to prison, and Max has grown up with her behind bars. Jacqueline says it's good, as prison was the wake-up call she needed to get clean. But you still do have to feel bad for little Max, who has to grow up in prison with his mom.
So wait, quick question. So the kid in the first picture, with the tattoo. That's the little kid. So why did he say that? What the? Why did this person make it look like the kid is the dude?
Next up, we have Nate Anderson. This criminal kid looks incredibly innocent and scared in court. But when he was just 15, he shot his 29-year-old sister named Amanda.
Where you get a gun from? What is wrong with these people, man? Where you get gun from?
In the head. He confessed to doing it and asked his family for forgiveness, which they gave him. For some mysterious reason, the family wanted to keep his motivation for this a secret. They got their wish, and after Anderson pleaded guilty, there was no trial. At 16, he was sentenced to solitary confinement as a safety precaution against other inmates. But now he'll be forced to live in
safety precaution against other inmates. Damn. So the guy was really that bad.
a regular adult prison. He'll serve 20 years behind bars, but will be eligible for parole in 10. I just want to know why his family wanted to keep why Nate did this a secret. Next up is Nicole Keefe. When we think of a teenage Instagram blogger, we think of a regular girl who has a nice life. But this is one teenage blogger who is locked behind bars. She shocked the world when she took the life of her newborn son when she was 19. She bought a self-birthing kit and secretly had
newborn son when she was 19. Could just aborted it. It was aborted before it went too far. Before it actually became a person growing inside of you. Damn, people are scary.
The baby. She then left the baby in a trash container while she tried to cover her tracks. But she was later found out and said she didn't want the embarrassment of her parents finding out she had a baby at 19. At first,
that's it. You didn't want the embarrassment. You have given it to adopt. You could have given it for adoption. God damn, you're giving the baby for adoption. Anything is better than fucking throwing it in trash. No, actually, not everything is better. I mean, she could have thought of killing the baby. Like, directly. But, damn, could have just adoption, giving it to a friend, giving it to a friend's mom. Damn.
She blamed the
or just come out
baby's father, but refused to give his name. She pleaded not guilty and said thanks to her age, she didn't realize what she was doing. But we all know right from wrong at age 19, so the judge and
let's be serious. We all know right and wrong when we're 17 too.
Jury didn't buy it and sentenced her to 8 to 14 years in prison. This is one crazy prison sentence for anyone, especially a kid. Next up is Antonia Barb. This kid looks innocent enough, but this is far from his true self. This criminal kid shocked the world not only for what his crime was, but for who his victim was. He hacked at his grandma with an axe, causing her demise. He then...
What the hell? What are you watching? How could you think like that, huh? Who the hell thinks like that? Who the hell... Oh my god, people scare me, yo. Like, if people don't scare you, like, god damn, he asked his grandma, I'm guessing his grandma just didn't let him do something. Like, I'm telling you, like, when you hear killing, when you hear someone getting killed, and it's a family member killing another family, it's always for the littlest stuff. It's like, oh, okay, they had an argument, then the kid now killed the grandma. Oh, okay, the grandma didn't want to give him the ball, didn't want him to play. Then the kid killed. It's like the littlest stuff that you could just do like the next day. It's like scary. It's so scary.
Then ran to a bathroom and threw up. He was crying when he was explaining what happened in court, so his attorney had to take over. But it was so sad, his attorney began to cry too. What happened was he originally just wanted to rob his grandmother, but his accomplice had messed things up, and he said he thought this was the only option. Antonia...
Accomplice? Only option? This was the only option. We gotta kill her. We gotta kill her.
Called it a moment of madness, but...
A moment of madness. All because you want... So wait, I'm guessing they asked for the money because that always happens. That always happens. I think kids always do actually ask for money before they... Kids actually do ask for money before they like... What's it called? Before they start like trying to steal. It's like crazy. It's crazy, but yeah. I mean, why, if your grandma didn't give you, was there like someone else or something? Like, come on, yeah. There had to be someone else.
The judge said it was the worst crime he'd ever seen and sentenced him to 36 years in jail, meaning that Antonio won't be released until he's at least 50.
That's tough, man. I'm done. I'm done. What a story, man. What a story. Very... Damn, you just killed someone because of money. Because you couldn't get money. It's so messed up, man.